It started on a Tuesday night. My checking account was almost empty, my credit card was maxed out, and I had 3 unopened bills sitting on the kitchen counter like tiny paper reminders that I was failing at adulthood. Pause, faint sound of a ticking clock. I wasn't reckless. I wasn't lazy. I was just exhausted. Trying to keep up with a world that felt like it was moving faster every single day, new technologies, new prices, new rules. Cut to quick montage, layoffs on the news, self-checkout machines replacing cashiers, AI tools trending online. AI was everywhere. It was replacing jobs, changing industries, and somewhere deep down, I was scared that maybe it would replace me too. Soft exhale, a moment of silence. So I did what most people do when they feel stuck, I ignored my bank app. I convinced myself that the next paycheck would fix everything. But every month felt the same, a cycle of earning, spending, and silently panicking. Cut to close-up of phone lighting up with a bank alert. Low balance. 2 words that could ruin my whole night. Music deepens slightly, hopeful tone begins to emerge. But one night, something shifted. Instead of drowning in guilt, I opened ChatGPT not to make money, not to learn investing, but to ask a simple question. Can you help me build a small daily habit that makes me feel in control of my money again? Soft, hopeful chord. And that one question changed everything. Fade to black. This is the story of the secret daily habit I built with AI and how it quietly saved my wallet, one day at a time. Narration, steady, emotional. It all hit me one afternoon while scrolling through my feed, headline after headline about AI tools replacing jobs faster than anyone expected. Cut to scrolling screen, articles titled AI automates customer support jobs, graphic designers replaced by generative models, companies cut costs using AI. At first, I told myself I was safe. I wasn't a coder. I wasn't a CEO. I was just average, trying to earn a living, pay the bills, and keep my head above water. Soft, uneasy pause. But that's the thing about change, it doesn't ask for your permission. Cut to visuals of empty offices, self-checkout machines, delivery drones. A week later, my company announced AI integration plans. Fancy words that really meant layoffs. Sound, faint office chatter fading to silence. I remember sitting at my desk, pretending to work, while my heart raced like I was waiting for a storm to hit. Cut to fingers nervously tapping on a keyboard, Slack notifications blinking, a message reading, team meeting, mandatory. That day, I realized something I'd been avoiding for years. My savings weren't savings. They were just delays between panic attacks. Pause, slow zoom on the computer screen showing account balance, $213.56. Inflation had eaten away at what little cushion I had. Groceries cost more. Rent went up. And yet, my paycheck stayed the same. Soft sigh, almost a whisper. I was working harder than ever, but falling behind faster than ever. Cut to night scene, the protagonist stares at their reflection in a dark window. In that silence, I felt something unfamiliar, not just fear, but shame. I had spent my 20s chasing stability, and somehow ended up here, one bad month away from disaster. Music shifts, low strings, a pulse of resolve. That night, I promised myself, if AI was going to change the world, then I'd learn how to let it change me first. Not by replacing me, but by teaching me how to think differently. How to build something that gave me control again. Soft fade out as the camera pans over the dim apartment, ending on the glowing laptop screen. I didn't know it yet, but I was about to build a habit so small it barely seemed real, and it would become the foundation of everything that followed. The night after my company's layoff announcement, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about everything AI was taking away, but then a question hit me. What if I learned how to make it work for me instead? Cut to dim glow of a laptop screen lighting up a tired face. So I opened my laptop and typed the most desperate sentence I've ever written into CapCut. How can I use AI to save money if I'm broke? Soft pause, AI interface appears, cursor blinking, anticipation builds. And then, it replied with something that didn't sound robotic at all. It said, start small. Build awareness. Automate one thing at a time. Music swells softly, hopeful tone emerging. It wasn't a miracle answer. But it was direction. That night, I built my first AI-powered routine, one that would quietly change everything. I used ChatGPT to create a simple 5-minute daily reflection habit. Every morning, it asked me 3 questions. What did you spend on yesterday? Did it bring you value? How can today's spending feel more intentional? Cut to over-the-shoulder shot of typing answers. It felt weirdly personal, like having a conversation with a financial therapist. And within a week, I noticed patterns I'd never seen before. I was spending emotionally, not logically. Soft montage, skipping coffee shop, walking instead of ordering Uber. The AI didn't judge me. It observed me. And slowly, it started teaching me about myself. Visual AI dashboards glowing on screen, graphs forming, clean minimalist aesthetic. Then I took it a step further. I asked ChatGPT to help me automate small financial decisions. Cut to laptop screen, commands appearing, move $10 to savings every Monday. Using free tools like Notion AI and Zapier, I built micro-automations. Every Monday, $10 automatically went into savings. Every Friday, AI generated a spending summary for the week. Every Sunday, I reviewed an AI reflection report that tracked where my money was going and how I felt about it. Music gains gentle rhythm, signifying forward motion. It wasn't just numbers anymore. It was insight. I began to see my finances not as chaos, but as a story, one I could rewrite. Visual, protagonist sitting in cafe, researching online. Once I had control over my spending, I wanted to grow my income. So I asked ChatGPT again, what side hustles can someone start using AI skills, without upfront cost? Cut to screen showing AI suggestions, freelance copywriting with AI tools, digital products, affiliate marketing. The answers were specific. Actionable. I tried one AI-assisted freelance writing. ChatGPT helped me find clients, write proposals, and polish my work. Within a month, I made my first $200 online. Cut to late-night grin at laptop, relief and pride. That moment, that first payment, felt bigger than money. It was proof that I wasn't falling behind technology. I was finally moving with it. Music softens warm piano chords with sunlight visuals. 3 months later, everything felt lighter. I still wasn't rich. But I was no longer scared to check my balance. I had systems. I had awareness. And most of all, I had hope. Cut to protagonist journaling calmly as morning light fills the room. AI didn't save me with magic. It saved me by giving me clarity, one small habit, one automated decision, one reflection at a time. That's when I realized something powerful. AI isn't here to replace us. It's here to remind us how capable we are when we stop running and start reflecting. Once AI became part of my daily routine, something incredible happened. My financial life, which used to feel like a storm, started to look more like a system. Predictable. Measurable. Calm. Cut to digital calendar filling up with automated events and savings reminders. The truth is, AI isn't just a buzzword. It's the assistant most of us have always needed, one that never sleeps, never judges, and never forgets. Visual, phone screen showing recurring transfers, glowing softly. The first thing AI taught me was that discipline isn't about willpower, it's about systems. I used CatGut to plan a pay-yourself-first automation. Every time a paycheck hit my account, AI directed a percentage to savings before I could even touch it. Soft pause. Think of it like brushing your teeth. You don't have to remember to do it, because the system remembers for you. Over time, those invisible moments add up. Cut to digital balance rising over months. I wasn't saving hundreds. Sometimes it was just $10 a week. But the beauty of automation is that consistency beats intensity. Next, I used AI to track my emotional spending. Every week, my system analyzed purchases and categorized them by why I spent, not just what I spent on. Visual, colorful AI dashboard showing labels like comfort, stress, habit, and necessity. That's where things got real. I discovered my comfort purchases, coffee after bad meetings, food deliveries after long nights, were eating nearly 20% of my income. Not because I needed them, but because I was trying to feel okay. Soft music moment realization tone. AI doesn't just show you numbers. It shows you patterns. And patterns are power. Because once you can see them, you can change them. The hardest part of personal finance isn't knowing what to do, it's doing it consistently. That's where I let AI bridge the gap. CatGut created simple action routines for me. Mondays, review spending categories. Wednesdays, check automated savings progress. Fridays, explore one side hustle opportunity using AI tools. Cut to over-the-shoulder shot of person following small digital checklist. Tiny actions. No burnout. Just steady progress. Soft laugh and voice. It's funny, I used to think financial freedom meant having millions. Now I think it just means waking up without dread. Visual, multiple browser tabs open, Upwork, Fiverr, AI tools, analytics dashboards. When I realized AI could help me earn, not just save, everything accelerated. I built an AI productivity stack, a combination of tools that let me work smarter, not longer. Examples: I used CatGut to draft proposals, brainstorm gig ideas, and automate client responses. Notion AI to manage projects and track time. Canva AI to design visuals for clients faster than I ever could alone. Cut to time-lapse of a person working efficiently as digital data visuals flow around them. What used to take me 5 hours now takes 1. That's not about replacing effort, that's about multiplying impact. Pause, grounded voice. And when you multiply your time, you multiply your potential income. Visual AI dashboard analyzing investment portfolios and forecasts. Finally, I began using AI as my financial mirror. Tools like CatGut or Fight helped me understand investing without jargon. It explained compound interest like storytelling, not math. Cut to animation of a single coin splitting and growing into many. Here's how it framed it: every dollar you save is a little employee. If you invest it, it starts hiring others to work for you. Soft smile and voice. That image stuck with me. Suddenly, saving wasn't a chore, it was leadership. Music swells with warmth and light. AI didn't just save me money, it gave me perspective. It taught me that financial security isn't built on fear or luck, it's built on clarity, curiosity, and consistency. And now, when people say AI is taking jobs, I think, maybe. But it's also giving us something far more valuable, the ability to finally take control of our own lives. Narration: calm, grounded, hopeful. I used to think financial freedom was something only lucky people had, the kind who never worried about bills, or inflation, or losing their job. But the truth is, freedom doesn't come from luck. It comes from awareness. Cut to sunrise over city skyline, light spilling through windows. AI didn't give me a shortcut. It gave me a mirror, a way to see my habits, my fears, my blind spots, and finally change them. Soft pause, deep breath sound effect. Now, when I wake up, I don't feel dread when I open my bank app. I feel calm. Because every dollar has a purpose, and every habit has meaning. Cut to person closing laptop peacefully, sipping coffee as sunlight floods the room. That's what AI can do when you stop fearing it and start partnering with it. Music builds slightly, warm emotional crescendo. It's not about replacing humans. It's about reminding us how human we really are, capable of reflection, discipline, and growth. Cut to a montage, people of different backgrounds smiling as they check phones, walk through busy city streets, sunlight rising behind them. The world is changing faster than ever. But you don't have to be left behind. You just have to start one habit, one reflection, one small step at a time. Soft smile and voice. Because the smallest daily habit can transform your entire financial future if you build it with intention and a little help from AI. Music swells, fading to soft piano outro. If this story inspired you, take a moment today to start your own habit. Ask AI one simple question about your money, and see where it leads. Fade to black. Subscribe for more stories that change how you see money. 4.